Hope y'all doing all right. I'm doing very good. So I'm going to give all the glory to the Most High. Hallelujah. All right. So I wanted to come in and talk about this thing I'm seeing as of late, man. Um, I see, so I come on here to hopefully, with the spirit of utterance, attempt to make um, an attempt to speak to whomever might have the ears to hear. And today's video, I'm going to entitle it "Only Desperate People Get Healing." Man, I've heard that recently. That statement, and that is so true. you know um, I've noticed on Facebook there's this acquaintance I have, this guy I used to go to school with back then. And man, this man, he's been suffering from this condition. Has to do with, I don't have the term there, but it's chronic. He's got pains, spasms, and that's due to a trauma, that happened years back, way back. Big trauma that left him crippled, um, still up to this day. And periodically I'll see he'll be posting stuff, saying like how his symptoms, they're so painful, that he's got a hard time managing, and to the point of losing it, you know. And man, I'm just thinking, and I'm seeing some of these people, so they go, to the system, to the world, they try to get relief, and they 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 never get the healing, right? And I'm thinking like, if only they knew, if only they knew the power in Jesus, in the Most High, what is available to them. And I'm seeing them go to this world for release, for relief, this medical system, this doctors. And it reminds me of that story in the Bible. The woman who had this issue, this illness, blood issue, right? It was years on end, and says that she spent so much money, right? And she would go to these doctors for a solution, but would only come out worse and worse, never getting better, right? And spending all this money. And I remember that story, like, I'm like, man, that woman, she was desperate. She was desperate, and that's why she got the healing. Because the account goes, and I say story, it's not really a story, it's actually an account. It actually really happened. So this woman, right, she's got this issue, she's got this sickness for 12 years. And she knows that Jesus, she knows, man, he's in that crowd. There's a huge crowd, right? Because everybody would go to him for miracles and to get healed of diverse diseases and illness. So she knows that he's there. And the story is that she went through that crowd to get to him, just to touch him, his clothing. And she knew in her mind that she would be healed if she just touched him. And that's exactly what's happening today and what is still available today. The problem is we're not desperate enough, you know? And man, I'm seeing these people with these illness, these sickness, these symptoms, and I just wish they could hear and they could know, right? But the thing is, see, when you hear about the healing and the power in Jesus through his blood, you really need to put your ego aside. You really need to put your pride aside and you gotta press through that crowd. See that crowd that woman had to go through to get to Jesus? That's all these things in your life. The distractions. That crowd is your family, your mom, your dad. That's your son, your daughter. You got to push through, you got to put aside. That's your friends, your job. That's the cares of this world. That's all what people might think of me. In your desperation to really get the needing you want. And that's the thing. We're not willing to get through all that. We're not willing to get to Jesus through that crowd. And that's why we don't get the healing that we seek, because true healing only comes from the Most High Yah, through Jesus, through his blood. And see, I'm here trying to bring this to the forefront of our mind. And some people might think, and might interpret me being like, oh well, look at him talking about his relationship with the Most High, and who is he? Oh, with all this goodness of no, no, no. I'm not trying to boast. I'm really trying to bring interest. I'm trying to cap somebody's attention, interest, so that hopefully, perhaps, just maybe, they might try to hear what is being said. They might try to see, because it's not me that opens the understanding. Neither you, only the Most High, so that you can actually go and seek if what the things I'm saying is true, and that you can become desperate enough to put all your pride aside, all the distractions aside, the things of this world that prevents you from getting the breakthrough you need in Jesus, and go straight to him. Man, and see that man, that acquaintance I'm talking about, if only he knew. And man, like, if he heard, could come to me, I could give him the directions he need. You know, it's like when you want to get to a city, right? When you want to get to a place, you need to follow the directions. You need to follow the road that will get you to that place, to get you to the city. You know the saying that says all road leads to Rome? Well, that's not how it is in the kingdom. It's actually the other way around. All road leads away from the kingdom and leads away from Jesus. There's only one path that brings you to the Father. And it's these instructions. You just got to follow them. So I could be giving this man this instruction, then he could go and seek and receive the healing that he really needs. Man, he could get his hands laid on, could get prayed on, could get delivered in Jesus' name, and never again have to deal with these issues, these symptoms that keeps weighing him down year after year. And if he only realized, and at this point, what his name means, his name actually means new house. Man, could you imagine the revelation you get after you get all these demons, all these spirit cast out of you, that you get that true healing in Yeshua? You get that new house. You know how our body, they are dwelling places for the spiritual. That's why Jesus say, that's what the Most High said, I will put my spirit in you. These are houses. So can you imagine getting your house swiped clean, clean slate, and then having that ruach fill in that space, and then coming to realize that your name actually means new house, and then you start living in that function? Man, what glory. Hallelujah. What glory. But hey, only those that seek can receive. And so that's my that is my hope. That is my prayer, that it might reach some. It might bring them to a state of despair enough where they will truly seek and receive. That is my prayer. Leave leave a comment. Um, Come to me if you'd like to have a discussion. Hey, I'm a willing and open man. All right, y'all stay encouraged.